What's going on, everyone? Today we got to talk about Canton Network. As you guys can see, Canton Network is forming a particular pattern that is actually one of my favorite patterns. So we're going to talk about this. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice, but let's go straight over this, guys. So as you can see, Canton Network is up about 0.8% in the last 24 hours and only up 2% or down 2% in the last 30 days. So that's not too bad. The trading volume is at $6 million and 5.7 billion in market cap. So Canton Network, since it's launched, it's been going crazy. It's been going up a lot. Like, it's been doing big numbers since it's launched. And as you can see, it's at 15 cents right now. So I think we're gonna have a nice breakout here. As you can see, this is the 4-hour chart on Canton Network. And we have a nice ascending triangle. So I love the ascending triangles. It's a bullish signal, and it's one of my favorite signals out there. So we have an ascending triangle. It's not 100%. I think ascending triangles have a 78% win rate to the upside, whereas to the downside is the rest of the percentage, right? But a 78, it's like a 72 to 78% rise to the upside. But yeah, that's pretty good. I think Canton Network is one of the better altcoins out there because it's just literally is such a new project, and the second they started it, they immediately started to get institutional backing. We'll do more of a technical analysis on this in a little bit here, but I kind of want to go over all the fundamentals so people understand why Canton Network has been so bullish since it's launched. It does not want to stop, and it continues to rise, right? During a bear market, remember that, like, we started the bear market in October of last year. That's when we started the bear market, and we've been in it since then. But since this has launched in November, I mean, it's been doing numbers. It's been doing good despite Bitcoin and the rest of the market going down. But that's because of all the new things that they continue to do. The institutional investors that they work with literally is outrageous. So this right here is on-chain infrastructure. So this is Western Real, which is the co-founder of Canton Network. And then we have someone at MasterCard. So the guy at MasterCard, his name is Christian Rao, and he's the Senior Vice President, Crypto and FinTech Enablement at MasterCard Europe. That means that he's literally using Canton Network to build their infrastructure inside of Europe for MasterCard, building the MasterCard infrastructure out in Europe. So that is pretty big. The fact that he's talking to the co-founder of Canton Network, which is Wasarn Real, as you can see there, co-founder of digital asset and Canton Network. So that's pretty much who that guy is. So I think they're actually still live. So maybe by the time this video comes out, you guys can go to their live stream and you guys can interact with them there, possibly if you get to it enough time. But yeah, that's not the only thing though. So they're doing a lot of stuff. So this is pretty interesting as well. HSBC, Lloyds, and JP Morgan have all committed to tokenized deposits on Canton, where securities and cash settle atomically. So we have Lloyds, JP Morgan, and HSBC all committing to tokenized deposits on Canton. So they're all depositing on Canton. So sooner or later, like, all these different companies, they're going to be using Canton Network, right? They're not going to be using a lot of these smaller fintech crypto companies. They're probably going to use these big ones like Canton Network. Canton Network literally took over the space the second that it launched. They had institutional backing, and they probably have institutional insiders as well. So, it's a pretty big thing right there. So anyways, this is the article, and I had ChatGPT summarize the article. So the actual article is super long. So ChatGPT summarized it inside of one small paragraph. So anyways, it says the article explains that major banks like HSBC, Lloyds Banking Group, and JP Morgan Chase are adopting tokenized deposits on the Canton Network, signaling a shift toward making them the standard form of on-chain cash for institutions. Unlike stablecoins, tokenized deposits represent actual bank liabilities and carry the same legal protections, such as regulatory oversight and deposit insurance, making them more suitable for managing working capital. The article then highlights how Canton's architecture enables atomic transactions where cash and assets settle simultaneously across systems without intermediaries or bridge risk, improving efficiency and reducing settlement risk. It also emphasizes that tokenized deposits and stablecoins serve complementary roles. Stablecoins offer liquidity and reach, while tokenized deposits provide regulatory certainty and balance sheet integrity, allowing institutions to choose the best tool depending on their needs. So that's pretty much the whole article summarized in a nutshell by ChatGPT. So this is pretty interesting. Canton Network is literally taking over. They've also been getting these smaller exchange listings. They've been getting listed everywhere. They're already listed on all the big exchanges. And now they're doing the smaller exchanges, as you can see here. So SuperX has listed them. And if you want to know about the listings, you can just go over here to CoinGecko, and you can look at all of the exchange that they're listed to, all the exchanges. I don't believe they're listed to Binance. We have Crypto.com. We have some other big ones, but we don't have Binance on here. We got Crypto.com, Mexi, Kraken, KuCoin, Bybit, Gate.io, OKX. So we don't have Coinbase or Binance yet, or Robinhood. So Coinbase, Binance, Robinhood. If we get those three exchanges for Canton Network, it's over. Canton is just, it's already got institutional backing. It already has institutional money in it. So all it's going to take is those three major exchanges listing it, and then it's literally going to take off, and it's going to have a super high market cap, way higher than it's already at. We can already see that the market cap is at $5.7 billion. So if we get those three exchange listings, there's no telling how far it's going to go. So that's pretty big. And another exchange here, Canton is live on Swissborg. I guess they're a Swiss company from Switzerland. So that's pretty big. They're live on Swissborg. So cool stuff there. And this is pretty interesting. They're making a lot of money inside of this ecosystem in this network that they have with Canton. Canton Network tops blockchain revenue with $65.5 million in fees in over 30 days. So in the last 30 days, they have $65.5 million made in fees, the highest in the industry. That's pretty much what it's saying here. That's actually big, and they're a new project, by the way. So they got some institutional backing. They're pretty big. And this is also pretty interesting. Digital money is not a single instrument. Tokenized deposits, stablecoins, and CBDCs each serve distinct roles across the stack. On Canton, these instruments coordinate across institutional flows without sacrificing privacy, control, or finality. So all their whole thing, like institutional investors, like they're hawking on that. Like they want to get all the institutional investors. They want to be the intermediary for all of the banks, all the big banks. They want to be the middleman. They want to be the one that they use to do their CBDCs, that they use for stable coins, that they use for tokenized deposits. They want to be the one literally all across the board. And, so far they are. They're doing their thing. But yeah, this is pretty interesting. This is also all of their institutional backing. Bank of America, BitSafe, Black Manta Capital Markets, BNP, and we don't even know all these. But Circle, we know Circle, digital asset, we know that. What else do we know on here? Fidelity, we know Fidelity. I mean, you guys might know some of them, but I don't know all these. Goldman Sachs, we know that. HSBC, we know that. USDC, we know that. T-Rise, I don't know what that is, but that's the one that posted this actually. JP Morgan, London Stock Exchange, that's huge. So yeah, you can see TradeWeb, they got them all on here. They got a lot of institutional backing, and it's just huge. But anyways, getting back to the technical analysis here, again, we have an ascending triangle, which is a bullish signal. So we have a bullish signal right here that has about a 72% to 78% win rate to the upside. So what we got to watch out for is, are we going to end up breaking down right here? Or are we just going to continue upwards? Or are we going to break down, do a little bull trap, or a bear trap, and then have a pump upwards? So that's what we got to figure out now. On the %R trend exhaustion, we can see the blue line here, which is the long-term trend, and the white line, which is the short-term trend. They're both kind of crossing and intersecting, and they're actually about to both start increasing at the same time. You can see here this little blue up arrow. That's like a reversal signal on the %R trend exhaustion. So when you see that facing upwards, it's pretty much telling you that you're about to have a reversal to the upside. So we usually see this all the time on the %R trend exhaustion. It doesn't always reverse on the first one. Sometimes it'll do two in a row like it just did on these two. And sometimes you'll just have one, and then it'll just go up from there. But what we do know is that we should be getting a recovery here according to that signal and according to this right here, which is the bullish ascending triangle. So now we have two bullish signals for one, right? We have two bullish signals for Canton Network, two bullish signals so far. All right. And we actually just now looked at those, and now we're looking at the MACD on the 4-hour chart. And it does look like buying pressure should start coming in right here. So I guess we could say that is a third bullish signal. And if we come over here to the daily chart, we can see if we're building bullish divergence. And I knew we were going to be doing it. That's why I didn't even pull it up yet. But as you can see here, this is bullish divergence. You're seeing higher lows on the MACD, higher lows on the MACD. And let's pull that up. As you can see here, bullish divergence, higher lows on the MACD where my mouse is, you can see that. And then lower lows on the chart. So if you look up Canton Network, it doesn't necessarily have lower lows on the chart, but we do have higher lows on the MACD, right? So, that's one thing. We don't really have lower lows on the chart though. So the bullish divergence, this could be a bull trap. That is a possibility. And we could just start seeing more selling pressure downwards. But I don't think that's going to be the case. We already have two bullish signals, which is our ascending triangle. That is the first bullish signal there. And then we have the percent R trend exhaustion on the 4-hour chart. So I think we're going to be more bullish than bearish at this point. I think Canton Network is going to continue upwards. We have good bullish signals. And just think about the amount of gains you can have just getting up here to the next, to the Fibonacci we already got rejected at. So let's just take this in the date and range and let's see. So yeah, about a 30% rise from where we are now to that resistance at about almost at 20 cents. So that 20 cent, almost 20 cent resistance, let's just say 19. We got to be spot on, right? 0.195. All right. The 0.195 resistance. And then, yeah, that's what we're looking for. And that's going to be about a 30 to 31% gain from where we are now. So we'll see if it does that. And I'll keep you guys updated on this. But yeah, I'm pleased with what I see with Canton Network. So this is pretty much all I got for you guys today. Go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. Check out the link in the description for Avantisfy, best DeFi perps trading platform out there. You can trade up to 500x leverage. Sign up with the discount code below and get up to 5% and even up to 15% discount as more people sign up through that link just by signing up through there. And it's a DeFi platform, so you can literally just click it and then connect your wallet to the exchange and start trading. All right. But anyways, check that out, and also check out Chart Prime, link in the description for that. And as always, I'll be back with another video.